right, guys, I am finally getting around to spraying the ditch banks around one of my hay fields. It is absolutely loaded with vaseygrass and foxtail, and it's only getting worse. It's gone from the ditches to about 8 to 10 feet into the field, and Anthony's been bush hogging the edges for me for a while just because of all the litter that's along the roadside, but it's gotten ridiculous. So I normally spray with my boom sprayer, so along those edges the coverage is pretty weak because I'm having to avoid mailboxes, road signs, power poles, that kind of a thing, and there is such a seed pressure out there now that the minute that Resilon lets up or there's a missed spot of application, it is getting covered in foxtail and vasey. So I'm fixing to put a stop to that. So I'm going to do 1.5 ounces to the acre of Pastora and 3 ounces to the acre of Derigo. Now the thing about Derrigo, I think it's going to be that silver bullet for that vaseygrass, but it is not labeled for range and pasture or cropland, so you can only use it on roadsides, ditches, right-of-ways, that kind of thing. But I think it's going to be the ticket. And here's an example of one of the obstacles I have to deal with in this field, trying to navigate around these guide wires. You can see a couple of different varieties of foxtail starting to pop up just in this small area. And it's just from trying to round this corner off rather than squaring it off, trying not to catch my booms on anything. So it's just time to get the post-emergent spray out and get this done. So I've got my little spray tank hooked up. It's got my boomless sprayer on it. I'm doing a 16-foot swath, running low PSI, low RPMs. So it's spraying from the inside of my left rear tire out to my right-hand side 16 feet. And I think this is going to do a pretty good job. That was about as narrow of a swath as I could get with still having a nice stream, good coverage, and without shooting it out into the road. We don't want to be wasteful with this stuff, that's for sure. This Derigo is pricey, but I got to do something with these edges because this is not the position I want to be in again. I've been down this road. I've worked many years to get back from it, and I don't want to do it again, especially knowing. When you don't know, that's one thing, but when you do know, yeah, there's no excuse. So this Derigo is supposed to be safe for coastal Bermuda. It will stunt Bahia a little bit, especially if it's drought stressed, but it's supposed to be for warm season grasses. And from my understanding, there was a lot of research, time, effort, money put into this for Bermuda grass weed problems, but then it just, I guess the research plug got pulled on it, or resource plug got pulled on it, so it only got cleared for roadsides and ditch banks and that type of a thing. So it actually had some really good potential, which is unfortunate that the research didn't see it all the way through. But we know how that goes. Not all things work out. And I've been having a good bit of problem with vaseygrass as much as foxtail seems like. So I'm hoping this is going to be kind of the ticket for it too, because when those plants grow to maturity, they're reaching out and they're dropping seeds out in your field several feet. And, you know, all herbicides have their limitations, so as soon as that Resilon lets up its grip, there's just a built-in seed bank ready to take over. Along this edge where I plow up my fire break, there is constant breakdown in the pre-emergent just from us tilling the soil up. So it's got crabgrass in it, foxtail, sandbur, pretty much anything that wants to grow wild. So this is going to be good to kind of squish some of this for the winter time, and I may have to do this again starting in spring, but this is going to be a good jump. Alright guys, that's it. Quick little spray trip. I hope that's going to be pretty beneficial. Hopefully see some results in 7 to 10 days. I'd be glad to share progress with everybody. I think this is a very common problem, and where a lot of problems get started is in the ditch banks. So hit the subscribe button, keep in tune with the channel. We can share ideas on how to keep this Bermuda grass growing because it is a battle. And we'll see you guys on the next go.